One to another special edition of Market Hunters. This is the American Wall, and I am your host, Hunter Gaylor. Today, we're going to talk about some interesting news that just happened yesterday. There was a press release from the company ENVIRO-TECH, which we've interviewed the CEO on this program before. And I just wanted to go in and talk about this because I believe that this is an unbelievable opportunity. I think it's undiscovered. And I think once people start waking up to see really what's going on with the company, it's going to be incredible. So I'm going to go through this press release with you and kind of give you my analysis on where I see this going. So ENVIRO-TECH announces a reduction of 50 million issued and outstanding common shares in the market, resulting in a 39% decrease. Now, I'd like to break this down just a little bit and go through with you why I think this is absolutely significant, okay? So they announced this strategic development in its share structure where they're going to, the majority shareholders, the three shareholders have collectively decided to cancel about 50 million shares. So the CEO, Kim of CETI, expressed his confidence in the company's future and its positive impact in this reduction announcement. And we're grateful that he quoted saying, supported CETI. This reduction in shares is anticipated to enhance shareholder valuation in the market. The majority shareholders, including myself, are optimistic about the company's future growth and are willing to defer the benefits into the future. Now, if you remember, we go back and we were discussing what the company does. Really incredible technology specifically for the oil and gas market. Now, we know that there are other uses with their technology, but specifically from an oil and gas market, we hear a lot about it in the news, especially with everything going on, the importance of the oil and gas market, specifically the total number of barrels. But let me break this down from a shareholder perspective on what this actually means. So if we look at $70 a barrel for retail right now, as we look at it in the marketplace, and we look at the total number of shares, okay? And we look at their reserves that they have, just the reserves alone. And I want to talk about this because it's noted, and this is all in the press release. The purpose of the technology is to increase the oil production and reduce lift costs on its pilot oil fields located in north central Texas. Now, it's noted that in this press release, this field has geographically estimated recoverable reserves of 45 million barrels of oil, with the current market value of oil about $70 a barrel. So if we do the simple math on that, and you do $70 times 45 million barrels, you're looking at a $3.15 billion in proven reserves that can come into the market, right? So this is absolutely incredible because if we were to look at the number of the outstanding shares, and they have 68 million shares, okay, and we look at that, we'll divide that 3.15 billion by the 68 million shares. That comes out to $46 a share for this company, which is incredible because if you look at what the company is trading at right now, in today's market opening, it's at 30 cents. So you're looking at a 30-cent stock, 45 million barrels of proven reserves in the ground, valued at $70 a barrel, gives me 3.15 billion, and we divide that by a share count. Now, what I want just to explain for those that are, in the audience, right? The normal discount on reserves in the oil and gas market is normally 30%, okay? So I'm going to be very, very conservative, and we're going to do a discount of 90%. If we were to do that discount at 90%, you're looking at a $4.50 share stock from an increase of 30%. And that's just on the proven reserves. That's not their actual business. So, I wouldn't be surprised at the value of this proven oil reserve because we're going into an election season where we're talking about jobs and clean energy, and we're talking about how we're drilling. And so I really purely believe that this is a very solid company. They've got very good prospects with their technology and what they're able to do. Now, if you look at how it increases what they're able to do, the fact that they're in the business where you can lower the lift costs is incredible, especially, and by the way, This is before, when you can increase these flows and you can get more from this is for larger companies, it works. For smaller companies, it works because they're going after, smaller little wells, but it also works for bigger companies. So when you can increase the flow, that's going to increase your profitability, that's going to increase your revenues, that's going to increase your performances, and it's much better technology. The technology that CETI has, right, Cyber ENVIRO-TECH, right, their technology is superior to any of the other technologies that are out there. And that's before, and I'm going to reemphasize this for those that are listening, that's before we look at the $3.15 billion of proven reserves, assuming it's $70 a barrel. Now, if we see events go on in the marketplace and the price of oil rises to $80, $85 a barrel, do the math. It's very simple. So if we look at it doing a 90% discount, even if we're conservative and we do a 60% discount from $46 a share, we do a 90% discount, gives us $4.50, right? That's unbelievably conservative. It's 30 cents. So if you look at what they're going to be in the next 3 to 5 years, I believe that this is totally undiscovered with this company. And that's why I want some eyeballs on it, because what we have here is this is avoiding the cost. We're generating revenues. The fact that you can lower the lift costs, I mean, this is really incredible technology. And the fact that they had this news come out with this is very promising. And like I said, I refer to the press release. You can go see it on CETI's website. And Cyber ENVIRO-TECH goes into all of the stuff where they do an aggregator of water science technologies to make water and water usage and consumption safer, more effective, less expensive. And, obviously there's plenty in my last, if you go back and watch some of my interviews with the CEO, there's tremendous uses in the agricultural sector, waste management, treatment, all sorts of things that can really go on, but they're really starting where it's going to, I think, give the greatest impact for not just the shareholder, but the marketplace, and that's the oil and gas industry. So that's why I think their initial emphasis on the oil and gas industry, they can distribute a wide range of water contamination issues generated by the production of oil and gas. And they also, are employing very innovative proprietary equipment. But with that being said, when you really look at where we're going as a country, where we're going as a marketplace, where we see the markets going, we see the S&P 500, where it's been at, and you look at a company like this, and we just look at the math, forget the business, forget their revenues, forget the growth, forget them acquiring more market share. If they just look at the current proven reserves they have, you're looking at a $3.15 billion in proven reserves that are there. Proven reserves, owned proven reserves that can be extracted from the ground. So you're looking at, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I did it at a 90% discount. So I just want to reemphasize that. So listen, I think sky's the limit for this company. I think that CETI is doing an incredible job. I'm going to look forward to having a special interviews where I sit down with the CEO of CETI and we talk about what this means, what this news means, what it means for you, the shareholder, what it means for the oil and gas landscape and the marketplace, and what it really means for, the bottom line of the company of being able to, increase their revenues, decrease their risk, and obviously, look at the potential gross revenues of $3.15 billion based on these proven reserves. So we're gonna get some in-depth insight from the CEO. Obviously, this is the only place to get it here with your market hunters, Hunter Gaylord. This is the American Wallet. I'll also be writing up a piece that we'll be publishing through our American Wallet newsletter, and that'll come out later today. And I want to continue to encourage everyone to follow and like us on Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn. Follow, subscribe, like, where we're going to be bringing you lots and lots of detailed information where we're covering this sector. Everybody knows that follows me that I'm always a big fan of drill, baby, drill. But with this type of technology that you can lower the lift costs, that is an incredible, incredible opportunity. And that's incredible technology. And so even outside of the technology, the fact that they have proven reserves, and I look at it as a business, you're talking about a multi-billion-dollar market cap company here. And this is just the writing is on the wall, and literally it's under the ground when we look at it. So make sure you follow this. If you like this analysis of this company, if you like how I break down the numbers based on what it means for the shareholder, when I do the conservative analysis, like I said, in the oil and gas business, when you look at a discount, you normally look at it at about 30%. I did the math at at 90% discount being unbelievably conservative. And it gives us $4.50 a share, and so that it's trading at 30 cents. So I'm not a financial advisor. I don't recommend anything. I just say, do your homework, look at the company. But this is some incredible stuff, and I look forward to having another sit down with the CEO and talk about this very shrewd business move that they did as a result of their company and these findings. So we look forward to bringing you a lot more information. Also, as I said, I'll reemphasize, don't forget to like and subscribe, and join us for another edition of the American Wallet. This will be posted for my analysis on CETI and the technology that Cyber Environmental is doing. And we're going to really be following what it means, not just for the oil and gas, but as we move into agricultural and some of the other sectors that they're looking at. So very, very interesting stuff. So as always, thank you so much, and you have a great rest of the day.
Coming to you live with the insight you need from the financials and political capitals of the world to the heart of innovation. This is Opportunities to Consider with your host, author, speaker, and corporate strategist, Hunter Gaylor.